Alright, I've tried now maybe two, three times trying to upload a video. Hasn't worked. I'm hoping this is the last time I have to do it. So this is MMA Analysis Brian, here to give you guys Strikeforce quarterfinals part 2, Overeem versus Werdum. Alright, we're gonna start with main card. I don't do preliminaries, I just do main card. So the first fight of the night is Valentine Overeem, who is Alistair Overeem's older brother. He fought at Fedor versus Silva back in February and defeated Ray Sifu, very overrated kickboxer. People thought he was going to come in and win, and Overeem just proved that the experienced martial artist, always wins over some guy who barely knows what he's doing. So, but he's going against a guy, Chad Griggs is a very great striker, very great boxer. He has great power. Um, Stopped his last opponent, which was on the same card, Fedor versus Silva. Uh, and if it goes to the stand-up, it's all Griggs. It's all Griggs. But if it goes to the ground, it's all Overeem's. So I'm having a really tough time, picking who's gonna win this fight. Um, I'm saying, Chad Griggs has a great takedown defense too. But in the end, I'm gonna go with Chad Griggs via technical knockout or a decision. Next fight of the night is Jeff Monson versus top heavyweight prospect Daniel Cormier. Cormier, great wrestler. Monson, great submission specialist. I'm a Washington native, and I love my Washington natives. But this fight is not a fight that I know Jeff Monson can win. Daniel Cormier is Daniel Cormier is a great wrestler, and I see him just taking Monson down for the whole fight and winning via decision, most likely a 30-27 or a 29-28 decision. So I see him winning the decision and going on, continuing his career. Jeff Monson, knowing that high competition fighters aren't for him. Alright, next fight, return of KJ Noons, and he goes against Jorge his name is Masvidal. I can't ever say that guy's name. For some reason, I can't say his name. I don't know if I'm saying it right. If I'm saying it wrong, please comment. Alright, KJ Noons had a very active 2010 fighting kind of season, even though fighting season never ends. Or just a fight year. He fought more than three times. Before he lost to Nick Diaz for the Strikeforce welterweight championship. After the rematch, after Nick Diaz lost his lightweight Elite XC to Carl James Noons via doctor stoppage. So it's now he's coming back, and he's going against a guy who defeated Billy Evangelista back at Henderson versus Bejo. I think that was the card, but I remember they fought. But I see KJ Noons beating him because KJ Noons is just he's a pretty gifted fighter. For a guy to stand and bang with Nick Diaz is very impressive, and a guy who can who has pretty good notable wins, and great he has great game everywhere. He's great wherever it goes. So I go with Carl James Noons via technical knockout via second round. All right, co-main event, the first part of the quarterfinals, part 2. Josh Barnett versus Brent Rogers. Josh Barnett is coming off of a win back in July versus I forgot the guy's name. Excuse me, people. It's gonna start, the camera's gonna start, being laggy and everything. So I apologize for that, because I'm using the internet at the moment, and my computer's just fucking gay as hell. Sorry for the language if you are very offended by language. He's coming off a win against Geronimo dos Santos, which happened at Impact Fighting. One which they never had another one back in July of 2010, where he won via technical knockout in the first round. And Brent Rogers is coming off a win to some guy. I don't remember who the guy is. 1 second. we go. Okay. Brendan Rodgers and his, Brendan Rodgers' career has gone downhill since the loss to Fedor, and where Fedor he was winning, but then that Fedor always has that comeback power, and he basically knocked his ass out. Didn't knock him out, but basically got him to the floor, and won via technical knockout. Now, then his next fight was against Alistair Overeem for the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championship, which he lost to knockout. Which in that fight he only landed at least one strike, which is very unimpressive. Shows that he might not be ready for guys like Josh Barnett, who's been in the sport for many years. Sorry about that. So I picked Josh Barnett via decision. Alistair Overeem versus Fabricio Werdum. Now the main event. If you've been a fan of me since basically the beginning of my channel, you know that I want Alistair Overeem to win, specifically because he's not what he used to be back in Pride. Now Pride, he was some skinny ass motherfucker, and he was losing to guys like Chuck Liddell. Now he basically put on 50 pounds of just pure muscle and has just been dominating ever since he left Pride. But he's coming, and this is a rematch when Fabricio Werdum and Alistair Overeem fought back in Pride in 2004, where Fabricio Werdum won via Kimura. Again, this was when Alistair Overeem was a skinny ass motherfucker who wasn't who he was right now. So I say Alistair Overeem via knockout, and moves on to fight Antonio Silva. I think it's him fighting Antonio Silva. So I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully this video gets uploaded. Just to give a quick shout out to MMA Socialist, Facebook of MMA, and check out my Twitter, MMA Boxing Analyst. Check it out in the description below. I'll see you guys later, and check out my boxing channel. I have so many shout outs. Peace.